Hello everyone, this is Sister Margaret Mary, and I have the iPad mounted on a microphone stand, so I'm going to come around and say hello, and hopefully I'm in the camera, so here I am. Hello everyone. Now, I just purchased 2 Knit Quick knitting machines by Loops and Threads from Michaels, and the machines will be used in my crochet and loom knitting club. Margaret did a great review on the machine, and I would like to show you how I have them mounted on my workbench. I purchased 4 DeWalt medium trigger clamps, 12-inch or 30 centimeters. One thing I forgot to mention is make sure that you go into Michaels with 50% off coupons. The machines retail for $69.99, and if you walk in with a 50% coupon, you can get them for half price. I purchased the small workbench at Harbor Freight, and it retails for about $19. So now I'm going to show you how I mounted the machines on the workbench. I am holding the iPad above the workbench, and I'm going to move it closer so you can see the top of the trigger clamp. There's a rubber foot right there. So I'm going to move the iPad down so you can see how it is attached right underneath the workbench. Now, since I have 2 machines mounted on the workbench, I slightly turned the machines a little bit. They're offset. The legs are not centered because I didn't want the crank to get caught up in the arm of the trigger clamp. I want to show you how smoothly the machines operate when they are clamped to the workbench.
Hey everybody, it's me, Margaret, and there is a new knitting machine on the market. It's by Michaels Loops and Threads brand. It's called the Knit Quick, and we're going to check it out today and see what it's all about. Now, most of you may know that the top of the line circular knitting machine is the Addi Express. They have the large size and they have a small size. The big question is, what is this one and is it worth buying? Okay, so let's open it. Okay, so it looks very similar to the large Addi, but this one only has 40 needles, and the large size Addi has 46. So that's interesting. What else does it come with? The box says that we should have 1 loom, 6 plastic clips, 1 crochet hook, 1 short needle, and 1 instruction manual. Looks like we're all set. Okay, you have 4 legs, and that's good because every now and then we come across a copy machine that has 3, and everybody seems to think that's not enough. It's adequate, but not enough. All right, I haven't read any instructions here, but I think it's pretty straightforward. Just slide them in. I feel like it's really well made. It feels clamp it down, and then I feel like we're going to have a real, true evaluation. Okay, I'm using these large clamps that I happen to have on hand. I left the legs on here. I clamped it to both sides, and let's see if this makes a difference. I'm going to release it from this tension because I like to use my hand as the tension. So let's see how this goes. Oh, guys. I'm liking it. Let's go fast.
I purchased this 3-in-1 Stanley workstation at Home Depot, and it is a stackable toolbox. Let me show you. It has an extended handle at the top so you can pull it on wheels, but the main compartment is deep. So once I get it open, you can see inside. I don't have the top tray full, but underneath I have those clamps that I used for the knitting machine, and I have a little tackle box that has crochet hooks and needles and things like that. So that's the middle unit of the toolbox is another organizer. So I'm going to open this up for you, and you can see what I have inside. So I have pom-pom makers, crochet hooks, scissors. I have purple pegs that go into the boy knitting looms. I have colored rubber bands for the knitting looms as stitch markers, and more pom-pom makers. So it's quite spacious and deep. So I will close this up, and then it just lifts off like this, and then I have the bottom storage container, and it holds 2 quick knit knitting machines. And then inside I put Ziploc bags. I have the legs for both knitting machines.